Hi, I'm Amy Mahali with Be Well Clinic, and today I want to talk to you about cholesterol. Cholesterol is a controversial topic, but there are very clear studies showing us now what cholesterol does in our body and how much we need. Most people are surprised when I tell them, based on their symptoms, that they are likely cholesterol deficient. This can be really surprising, so I want to talk today about what those symptoms are and how cholesterol is used in many ways in our body in very important areas. First, let's talk about what I mean by cholesterol. Cholesterol I'm referring to is in animal fat primarily. So butter, ghee, cream, sour cream, tallow, lard, runny egg yolks, cod liver oil, duck fat, goose fat, and everything like that. We need a lot of cholesterol to help our body be healthy. And when you watch the rest of this video, you're going to believe me. I usually recommend people eat around half a cup or more of added animal fat a day. Don't start at that right away. You'll make yourself nauseous, but work up to it. And beet kvass is helpful for this as well. Okay, let's get into what cholesterol does for our body. First off, every single cell in our body is made with a phospholipid membrane, meaning we have parts of fat molecules in every cell of our body. This is really important, especially for our lining cells, which include our skin, our mucous membranes, our lungs, our gut, and our blood vessel walls. We have a lot of need for cholesterol in these cells, and when we don't have enough cholesterol, we get dry skin, broken down gut lining, leaky gut, anyone? As well as issues with potentially our mucous membranes, our lungs, or our blood vessels. Doesn't that sound backwards that we need fat for healthy blood vessels? If you haven't done it yet, go watch our video called The Surprising Role of Cholesterol. I'll make sure to link it below. This talks about what fat is actually doing in our blood vessels and how fat actually helps us to heal. That brings us to our second way that we use a lot of cholesterol. The immune system uses a ton of cholesterol. Many molecules the immune system uses to fight infection, to repair injury, and for the inflammatory process are made of cholesterol. Cholesterol molecules are very healing to our body, as well as supportive to our immune defense and protection and cleansing. So we need lots of cholesterol for the immune system. We also need a lot of cholesterol for our hormone system. All of our steroidal hormones, also called sex hormones, are made from cholesterol. Estrogen, testosterone, progesterone, DHEA, and cortisol are among the hormones made with cholesterol. If you do not have enough cholesterol in your system, you will not have proper hormone balance. You will not make enough testosterone or estrogen or progesterone, and oftentimes stress complicates this in a bigger way. If we're stressed, a lot of our cholesterol molecules will go to making cortisol, which is a stress hormone. If so much of our cholesterol goes to cortisol, we're not going to have enough for estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. This is why stress messes our hormones up. And this is important for women, but also for men. It's really important to be eating plenty of animal fat for your hormones. Additionally, the cholesterol is used a lot in our lungs and our adrenal glands. This is combined both with what we talked about with the skin and the cell molecules, the phospholipid membranes, and the lungs being a lining or barrier cell, as well as the adrenals being a cortisol producer. But we need a lot of, when we are stressed or when we have stressors on our lungs, such as smoke inhalation, a cold or a cough, we need to make sure we're eating a lot more animal fat. The last thing that needs a lot of cholesterol is our brain. There are parts of our brain that are up to 60% saturated fat in build, dry weight. That means if we do not have enough cholesterol and animal fat in our brain, we cannot have good brain function. This usually affects memory the most, as well as your ability to problem solve, to see solutions, to put information together, and to not have brain fog and fatigue. So if you think back about all the things I just said, you need it for immune function and hormones and brain function and skin and cell protection. Cholesterol is so important for our bodies. Eating that half a cup of animal fat is enough for maintenance for most people, and I recommend that from the age of 2 on. If you are having an increased demand for cholesterol, let's say you're sick or you were around forest fires, or you have been highly stressed, you had a really hard semester at school or a really hard project at work. Let's say you had a head injury, you have asthma and you need to heal your lungs, or you have hormone imbalance already or high stress in general. All of these things require you to eat more fat. More cholesterol is needed for your body. We always have to match the demand of our body with the nutrition or the supply coming in. Half a cup may be normal for you to be fine with on a normal day, but in the winter, when you're sick and you have a stressful deadline, you may need to double or triple that amount. Pregnant and breastfeeding women also need a lot more fat in general, and children actually need a lot of fat because they are growing new cells so fast. I hope this helps you understand why cholesterol is so vital for you and why we should not be afraid of animal fat. In fact, we should embrace it. If you want more information about this, there are some really great resources. I'm going to link some of my favorite books below, but one of those books that I highly recommend is Dr. Natasha Campbell McBride's book of Put Your Heart in Your Mouth. She wrote this book for people to give to their healthcare providers, so it is written with science in mind. Every chapter has multiple citations of peer-reviewed, published studies in things like PubMed and Medscape, proving how much our body needs fat, what happens when we don't have enough, what happens when we have more than we used to. It's a really amazing book, and I recommend it for everyone to read. So, I hope this is helpful. Go check out our video on the surprising role of cholesterol. We also have a pretty recent video talking about what trans fats do and how they damage our cells if we have trans fats in our body that we use instead of good, healthy cholesterol molecules. And I hope that you can find other videos that you enjoy here on our channel. Please like and subscribe to us if you want to keep seeing our content, and I will see you in the next video.